Hey, what's going on there, YouTube? 12 Rounds TV. I want to talk to you guys a little bit about Ricky Hatton and his relationship with Mayweather. As some of you guys know and some don't, Mayweather fought Ricky Hatton back in 2007, December 8th to be exact. At the time, Floyd Mayweather Jr. Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s record was only at 38-0 with 24 KOs. And at the time, Ricky Hatton, the Hitman, his record was 43-0 with 31 KOs. This was a very big fight. This happened obviously at the MGM Grand, Las Vegas, same where Manny Pacquiao fought Mayweather, and all others, right? At the time, Ricky Hatton was the reigning ring light welterweight champion, and obviously the ring welterweight champion was Floyd Mayweather, WBC that is. So that was their teletape, and it was for the WBC welterweight title and the ring welterweight title. That was the titles on the line when they fought. And Ricky Hatton lost that fight. It was a good fight. As a matter of fact, it was very interesting for a lot of people because, you know, it wasn't one of those fights where it lasted only 1 or 2 rounds. I believe it went all the way to, what was it, 9th or 10th round. Can't remember how many rounds it went, but it was 9th or 10th round by knockout by Floyd Mayweather. Ricky Hatton was KO'd. He was down before the final KO. Oh yeah, TKO 11th round. TKO 11th round by Mayweather to Ricky Hatton. So after that, Ricky Hatton fought Manny Pacquiao and lost also on the 2nd round by KO. Ever since then, Ricky Hatton, that was his 2 losses. That was his big 2 losses, but not necessarily a bad loss, you know, because like I said, he lost to the best, Mayweather, you know, and Pacquiao at the time he was in his prime. So I mean, he did what he could, and things sometimes don't go the way we want, per se. But those are just some of the backgrounds that I wanted to mention before I say things about the news today, about what Ricky Hatton had said. This actually news came out 15 minutes ago, and I was very surprised to see this also. I mean, I'm surprised we didn't see this before. I'm sure some people probably have, but this is the first I've seen it, so I'm not sure if you guys seen it. So anyway, let's get to it. Today, May 13th, Ricky Hatton, excuse me, Ricky Hatton tells an incredible story about Floyd Mayweather Jr. Not during the fight, but during the fight. Ricky Hatton tells an incredible story about Floyd Mayweather in a private plane. Very interesting. I'm going to quote some of the stuff that was said over here by Ricky Hatton. The former two-weight world champion Ricky Hatton was provided the public with plenty of insightful stories about his days both inside and outside the ring. In an extract from his book that Ricky Hatton, I guess, had written, Hatton made his disdain for the dickhead Floyd Mayweather very clear. Also, Ricky Hatton told an extremely entertaining tale which really sums up Mayweather's extraordinary egotism. Prior to their 2007 fight against one another, I thought it was 2008, I guess 2007. Anyway, prior to the 2007 fight against one another, the Hitman was traveling by private plane to New York. For a promotion event, he soon became aware that Floyd, who was traveling in a separate plane, was ordering his pilot to overtake the English fighter mid-air. And this what it said. A few minutes into the journey, we're chatting away, having a drink, when the pilot gestures to me to come forward. This is what Ricky Hatton said. The pilot goes, "Hey Ricky, listen to this idiot." He turns on the speaker, and over the radio, I hear Ricky Hatton. I hear Floyd arguing with the pilot of his plane behind. Quote unquote, "I'm not letting that motherfucker get there before me. Fucking overtake them." The pilot responded supposedly to Floyd Mayweather Jr. and said, "We can't do that, sir." Floyd Mayweather Jr. said to the pilot again, "Overtake that motherfucker. I'm the champ. I've got to get to New York first. I'll pay whatever you want." Let you guys digest that a little bit for a few seconds. Now, Ricky Hatton summed up his opinion of Mayweather in one classic line. Ricky Hatton, quote unquote, "What's the point of being the world's best fighter if everyone thinks you're a dickhead?" Question mark. You guys can make your own conclusions and opinions. I know this thing happened a very, very long time ago. And, you know, it's funny he said this, considering the fact that on the Mayweather-Pacquiao, The Legend Speak episode on HBO, what's the showtime? HBO, he was actually picking Floyd Mayweather to win. You know, he was actually for Floyd Mayweather Jr. to beat Manny Pacquiao. As a matter of fact, he said some things in this line that he thinks that Pacquiao has, you know, is a great fighter, he's a great boxer, he's got a very good punching power, but Floyd Mayweather will easily outsmart him and calculate him throughout the fight and probably win by decision or yeah, but win by something like that. So yeah, he was actually, you know, not, I wouldn't say rooting, I would say something like picking. You know, that's what he was picking. He was picking Floyd Mayweather Jr. to win the fight, which he was right. I mean, Mayweather won, right? Controversially. But anyways, so I don't want to get into that conversation. It's just too much stuff. Anyway, so yeah. In my opinion and conclusion, like I said, I don't know. I wasn't there with Ricky Hatton when all these things were going on, and neither does many millions of people around the world. But I thought I'd share with you guys what came up on the news today about Ricky Hatton and what he said about Floyd Mayweather Jr. during their event, during their fight. So we know Floyd Mayweather Jr. has always been arrogant, cocky, and, you know, bigger ego than the Eiffel Tower. But it's what interests me here is what he said, the very bottom, which I don't think Floyd Mayweather Jr. would care, not one bit, not even his fans. If you're a Floyd Mayweather fan, obviously you're just gonna say, whatever, you know, brush it off, right? But for some of you guys that are boxing fans, neutral boxing fans, that is, think about that last line that Ricky Hatton said. What's the point of being the world's best fighter? Which he admits there. He really gives Mayweather the props and the title, the world's best fighter, which he congratulates him. If everyone thinks you're a dickhead, I mean, I don't think that everyone thinks Mayweather is a dickhead. Obviously, he's got his friends and family. Well, I don't know. I don't know about his, you know, his friends. Some say that some people are only around Floyd Mayweather Jr. because they make him money. They make them money and they feed them and all that stuff. But they said that once the money's gone, I don't know if everybody still stick around, or once Mayweather hangs it up, I wonder what all those people that currently work for Mayweather, especially at the gym, what would they be doing, right? Um, Obviously, he ain't gonna have no cutman no more. He ain't gonna need that. He ain't gonna need no more coach, which is dad. Um, you know, maybe he'll keep LRB stick around for the Mayweather promotions because he's got that clothing line going on. But I mean, yeah, but there's still a lot of people that's gonna be out of job. I mean, number one, Showtime. I mean, yes, they'll always pick another fighter to replace Floyd, to make them their money, their news, their channel, but they ain't gonna have nobody like Floyd. You know how he brings in that much money, and that's also same for Manny Pacquiao on HBO. Once HBO and Showtime lose Manny Pacquiao and Mayweather, yeah, they can easily replace him with somebody else to build up and do all access on and make money off and contracts and all that stuff. But I ain't gonna be nowhere near. And I said this before in my previous videos. There's not gonna be one fight again, not again, not in this lifetime at least. Even the Floyd Mayweather Jr. and the Manny Pacquiao rematch, if it happens, which is not unlikely gonna happen, which never probably not gonna happen. But if it did happen, it would not be the same number as it was 2 weeks ago. No, folks. People are hurt. People are disappointed. People are not happy. Even people that were neutral. I mean, you guys seen the social media. So you guys seen the comments. You guys seen the news. People that are just neutral boxing fans, period, were not happy. As a matter of fact, you can't say that these folks are like rooting for Mayweather or Pacquiao when they're suing people, both, the commission, Arum, and Pacquiao for having the injury. I mean, obviously, if they're suing Pacquiao, they must have bet on the guy, put money on the guy, or not exactly rooting for the guy, but bet on the guy, and it is what it is, man. Whatever the outcome was is final, and you can't go back to it. Even though we have all these other controversies, i.e., compo box errors or shoulder injury or Mayweather is back on taunting Manny Pacquiao again. This is not gonna make the public heal per se. Ain't gonna happen, bros. No. The fight is over. Mayweather won. That's what everybody sees it at, except for Mayweather or Pacquiao fans, the true fans. But even some of the Pacquiao fans are not really Pacquiao fans. They were only Pacquiao fans when he was winning. Now that he lost to Mayweather via judges scores, it's whatever. Like I said, I was really happy that the Canelo and Kirkland happened because it lifted up the morale a little bit of the boxing fans around the world because of like I said, the Mayweather versus Pacquiao fight. So give him hope. And this Saturday, you guys don't forget, May 16th, Saturday, is going to be the Triple G Golovkin versus Willie Monroe Jr. So that's going to be another great fight. I mean, like I said, we're having a lot of good fights, especially this month of May 2015. This got to be one of the biggest, if not the biggest, boxing month event in the history of boxing. You have 3 great fighters fighting the same month. So yeah, I mean, like I said, let me know what you guys think of what Ricky Hatton has said. I'm sure you guys probably don't think about it, whatever, it happened before, but think about it a little bit, what kind of person really Floyd Mayweather Jr. is. Now he's older, like what he said on the interview with Jim Gray, the exclusive one. He said that I'm older now, I'm smarter, I'm wiser. Yeah, people do dumb things when they're young. I give him that, I'm not gonna. But people do make mistakes in the past. People do dumb things in the past. But people never change. Whatever you are, however you are, you're always gonna be like that. I'll give you guys an example. Mike Tyson. Right there, see you guys? He's my all-time favorite boxer. Like his style, like all his fights, even when he loses, I like him. That's a true fan, right? Never look back. Nope. Mike Tyson's still the best for me. I'm a Manny Pacquiao fan, and you guys know that. That's why I get a lot of hate comments. But I don't care because at the end of the day, I'm not a I'm not just Manny Pacquiao fan. I am a boxing fan. You know, I love boxing. I like to watch it. I like to follow it. And for some of you guys that are only seasonal boxing fans, well, you're never gonna understand me. You will never understand me. Never. It's just point blank. Just like I see these comments on my videos and on YouTube and say, hey June, this is BS or that's effed up or you're lying or this is the worst review I've ever heard, stuff like that. You guys, you'll never understand me. And obviously, if you're a Pacquiao hater per se, I don't even know how else to put that. But if you're a Floyd Mayweather fan, obviously you don't like Pac-Man, right? Well, I wouldn't say that. Maybe if you're a Floyd Mayweather fan, you don't care too much for Pacquiao. Let's just say it in a polite way, right? But say it again, man. I'm gonna repeat it, and I'm gonna end you guys with this. Oh, by the way, it's very interesting to read some of you guys' comments. I mean, not all of you, but some of you guys' comments when you guys comment down on my YouTube channel. That damn, I feel like I'm pissing everybody off or something, man. Like I said, no harm intention. It's business, man. Boxing is a sport of business. Don't take it personal. It is what it is. I'm having fun. You guys having fun? Just keep at it. And I made a video on Deontay Wilder, the undefeated heavyweight champion. Oh, is he light heavyweight champion? Yeah, or a heavyweight champion. Bashing and insulting Manny Pacquiao on that one. And yeah, I suggest you guys watch it. It's on my YouTube channel. Just type in Deontay Wilder bashes and insults Manny Pacquiao. It'll come up. 12 Rounds TV, that is. Let me know what you guys think of that video. It's a short video. Just let me know what you guys think. It's just a little bit of an analogy on a boxer, athlete, and their mindset when they have not been down or have not lost a fight yet. Something to think about. Just let me know what you guys think. Watch that video. Anyway, so yeah, let's like I said, I must leave you guys with this. What Rick Hatton had said. Rick Hatton said this was prior to 2007, 2008 fight against Mayweather. Hatton said a few minutes into the journey, because he was on a plane, private jet. A few minutes into the journey, we're chatting away, having drinks, celebrities, athletes, having drink when my pilot gestures to me to come forward. Hey Ricky, listen to this idiot. He turns on the speaker, and over the radio, Ricky Hatton hears Floyd Mayweather Jr. arguing with the pilot of his plane behind. Obviously, Ricky Hatton is on a private plane. Mayweather private plane is right behind him. Mayweather says, I'm not letting that motherfucker get there before me. Fucking overtake them. The pilot of Mayweather says, we can't do that, sir. Mayweather goes, overtake that motherfucker. I'm the champ. I've got to get to New York first. I'll pay whatever you want. And Hatton summed up his opinion of Mayweather as, what's the point of being the world's best fighter if everyone thinks you're a dickhead? If you guys remember, I don't know if this is because of fame, money, or wealth, whatever, luxury. Mostly money, I think. If you guys remember and follow Floyd Mayweather Jr. when he was upcoming, first bouts, even in the Olympics and stuff, when he got robbed and all that stuff. Yeah, I admit it, he got robbed for that fight that he lost. He should have won that fight. But Mayweather used to be not so much of an asshole. not so much of an arrogant, confident, you know, boxer, athlete, celebrity, whatever you want to call it. As he was upcoming in, in boxing in his career when he turned pro, I don't know what happened to that dude, man. I don't know what happened to Mayweather. He just started becoming cocky and very, very arrogant. I mean, some people say, it's like these days. Whatever he says, everybody follows, especially his people around him, his friends and family, right? Whatever Floyd says, they're like, it's not even a respect. It's like a scared people. It's like, oh, I better do what he says because he's gonna fire me, or he's not gonna give me money, or he's not gonna feed me, he's not gonna buy me clothes, or something like that. That's how he treat these people. You guys watch the epilogue of the Mayweather Pacquiao on, is it on Showtime or HBO? It's one of those networks. As Mayweather getting ready to sign the paperwork, questionnaire of injuries and stuff like that, whether he had injury, blase, squaze, whatever, right? As he was walking in the hallway, his friends and team, I just never, I would never see, I just never pictured this Manny Pacquiao telling his friends and team like this, or in this manner. Mayweather was walking in the hallway and said, okay, y'all go over there and check everything, make sure nothing's over there, what's going on, It's like they're bossing his team around. It's like they're bossing everybody around. And everybody just scattered around and freaking ran to every door they can find to make sure nothing's over there, nothing controversial, no cameras, videos, stuff like that, right? It's like, I don't know, man. I guess to sum it up, man, what happens, do you think, to Floyd Mayweather Jr. if or when he runs out of money and after he retires? Do you think he'll have the same power? Do you think he'll have the same arrogance? Do you think he'll have the same friends? I hope he invests his money well. And like I said, I'm not a hater. I'm a neutral boxing fan. Yes, I favor Pacquiao more than Mayweather, obviously. But it's like, I hope he invests his money well. And like I said, I wish him the best after he retires, if he does retire after September. But, man, it's just like I can see. It's like I can see the future of Mayweather. Not when, but if. All right, there's a difference. If Mayweather retires and runs out of money and his whole TMT clothing line goes down, I wonder what his friends will do, especially like Ellerby. You know what I mean? He's been with him for 20 years, something like that. I wonder how would people around Mayweather right now treat him if he runs out of money. Mike Tyson. I think I got sidetracked there. What I was saying is like, same thing with Mike Tyson before. You know what I mean? When he was upcoming, he had a lot of friends, a lot of money. I mean, everything in the world. Just like what Mayweather said right now on the interview with Jim Gray on the Showtime special. He said, Jim Gray asked him, so what do you feel right now, Floyd Mayweather? I'm on top of the world. My family's healthy. My mother, my father, my kids go to school, get some very, very good education. I'm investing my money right. I hope he does. I hope he's investing his money right. I hope he becomes, he continues and stays wealthy and healthy. You know what I mean? I wish him the best. You know what I'm saying? I got nothing personal against Mayweather. I don't even know the guy. So, like I said, but as boxing fans, as we all know, me and the other YouTubers and the other boxing fans around the world, we like to criticize people. And that's normal. What's the fun of watching boxing without criticizing the other boxer, right? Might as well be quiet. And might as well not have a channel, Or, we talk about it and stuff like that. But as far as personal-wise, I don't got fucking thing personal against Mayweather. No. I don't have anything against personal about Manny Pacquiao. Hell, I've never not once talked to the guy. I don't even know the guy. But I like Manny Pacquiao. Versus Mayweather. I'm a Manny Pacquiao fan. I'm going to support him, win or lose. But like I said, this I have to say that because there's some of these crazy ass comments that I get on YouTube, which is I let it go. I mean, it's part of being YouTuber and having a channel. You have to have a thick skin and take criticism and all that stuff, right? And it's fun sometimes when I answer them back because it goes back and forth. But it's just that sometimes when you guys hate on me or give me negative comments, then I just don't have a lot of time because I'm doing a lot of things. I have my own job and stuff like that. So, but yeah, when I get to it, I read it and comment it. But yeah, it's all fun, man. Like I said, I don't think anything personal. I'm just a boxing fan, just like everybody else, that has a favor. And like I said, criticisms. That's what makes the world go around, folks. You know. So let me know what you guys think of what Ricky Hatton had said in his supposedly book that he wrote. As always, till next time, 12 Rounds TV. Please subscribe to my channel. And as always, take care and stay safe out there. A lot of crazies. Peace.